Greetings and salutations, ladybugs, gentle germs, widgets, and whatsits, and welcome back to the misadventures of me, your host, Widgett, in the wonderful world of the Just Create SMP mod pack, but set in a single-player survival world. We finally, after many episodes of work, got our iron production going. Unfortunately, it looks like a bit like drills are still running too quick. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to slow the drills down for a little bit. And let the millstones catch up. But our first stack of iron nuggets, or almost stack of iron nuggets, can immediately craft up into ingots and put in our storage system. So we're up to 45 iron. Now, because we have spent so much time building, I actually want to spend a little bit of time doing some exploration. Now, I am going to need some new tools. That is not what I'm gonna need, so I am actually going to use some of my new iron. Myself a new axe. Now I do actually want to look and see how many diamonds I have. Let's see. Only 4 diamonds. So no, not gonna use that. What I think we will do, while we let our new iron farm help us out, we're gonna go explore our mine shaft a little bit more. And see if maybe we can't get ourselves a whole bunch of resources in the process. Haven't gone that way, but that's the center of the... That would be the center of the mine shaft. Or what is purportedly the center of the mine shaft. Let me... Okay, well, can't do much about any of that. There's another up spot back this way a little bit. I think we need to go. Oops. I should not be hearing anything. No idea why that piece of guess is an Enderman. Alright, let's just kind of work our way through and see what we can find. We got a spider somewhere. I've done a fair bit of exploration through here already. See a cobweb over this direction, so I'm thinking maybe we haven't gone much this way, but apparently we have. One of my techniques, if you missed it out on the earlier exploration episode of Mineshaft, is to actually clear out all of the cobwebs and support beam structures and all of that stuff as a means of just kind of giving me an indication of where I've been, what I might need to see. That's more of the area again, where I might need to possibly go in the future. And also, if you notice, there's a torch on the wall, but the other torches are in the middle. That's an indicator, a visual indicator for me to let me know, hey, that's a dead end. That is a dead end. So we'll put our torch indicator, and I did not grab a whole lot of torches. Didn't grab any, actually. So I'm hoping I can find some coal. Hoping I can find some coal. Let's just gather all of this stuff. Got a... Sounds like directly above me. And unfortunately, it looks like it could be cave spider. Looking at the map, the number of them that are sitting right there, that tells me that's an indicator of cave spider spawner somewhere close enough by. The tier resources I'm after, for the most part, are going to be iron and zinc. Oops. I'll grab that copper that we got earlier. Okay. We walked over earlier just for the sake of grabbing it. But what I'm looking for is zinc. Now that we have our iron farm function in as optimal configuration as it's likely to get. But yeah, zinc is going to be the... That was some type of a trader. Or a villager or something. those are gotta be cave spider spawners. Or cave spiders. I do have a zombie pull this out, replace it with a fence. There's a lot of this mine shaft that still has yet to be explored. Which is kind of why I'm hoping. Oh, lot. Okay. Alright, so got a lot of zinc here. That is good. That is very good. Got a bunch of zinc there and a whole bunch of zinc down here. We'll put it there. That was very good. Okay. Let's clear this leg out. I want to maybe start thinking about, now that I am adding to my fence collection, the possibility of setting up some animal pens. I'll look at that as a possible avenue for using some of these materials that we're gathering up. Okay. We'll tackle this from the other side. See if we can get to them on the other side. A little careful because there's a chance that I was a little bit afraid of. That I would pop into. Let me look. Let me just. So that way, let's grab this. Right. Probably gonna go back to that main, but I'm gonna do it from a better position. I think I can go this way. Nope, not this way. But I left some copper behind, so let's grab it. Doink. Dunk dunk. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to get out of here. Not that way. Is it this way? Yeah, not this way either. Not that way either. Okay. Plenty of food with me. That's the way I wanted to go. But I didn't bring anywhere near enough torches. Alright, okay. Grab that. And let's throw in a couple of torches down. There. Ooh. Of course. All right. Do we have any coal close? Of course, he blows up the two torches. Oh, fine. We'll throw you in the middle of the room. Got a torch there. That's good. But we'll actually place you down there. Yeah, I did not think this out very well. But we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it and see. Maybe we'll catch a lucky break and find some coal. Coal, there's a little bit of iron. Okay. Ah, that's why it's so bright here. Coal. Cool. Okay. Let's do that. All right, let's get back to this area. Make myself a skeleton. A bunch of torches. Okay. Let's barricade off some areas. That we know we don't want to be going in. Go back to that in a second, but let's get through kind of this area. Let's kind of work our way now through, now that we have a few torches to work with. Work our way through more of the mine shafts again. Clearing out these supporting structures so that I have a quick and dirty way of telling where I have and have not been. We'll block that off. We'll throw a torch here. There. Probably should have come back in here instead of trying to fight with the iron farm. Getting so much iron here now. Would have been a much better choice than spending, what, 6 episodes or something trying to get that iron farm working the way I wanted it to. And even now, it's not quite working as efficiently as I would prefer. Millstones are not quite fast enough to keep up with 2 drills. And I really can't speed them up that much more than they are right now without having to try to figure out how to lock the fans, the washing fans, to a more appropriate speed. An idea, but I loathe to waste any more time trying to do it. I'll just let it run, and we'll have to deal with the growth. I have to remember to keep an eye on the millstones, make sure they don't get too far backward. That's all. Pretty sure that's all I'm going to have to do is just keep an eye on them. I did slow the drills down a little bit so that will help short term. There we go. One of these days, I'm going to remember to swap out these types of plank plans with slabs instead of planks. Instead of a full block. No real purpose other than to stretch materials out or to actually make it a little less headache inducing. When you try to walk underneath it, still feels like I'm gonna whack my head on something there. Okay. Back here for a second. Let's see where we're at. Yeah. Definitely would have made it so much easier to get the iron I need, because I think I have all of the iron I need now in order to finally get together my tunnel bore. So, which is on my to-do list that I have not been doing a very good job of following. I see some, oh, that's a bat. I was going to say I saw some movement. I hope that's not a spider. It's a bat. Get a fair bit of exploration here going. Should probably grab the shovel too. I'm not expecting to have to do quite as much gravel as I have been. So I was not expecting it to be in a position where it would likely break. We'll see if we can't find ourselves a just minecart here somewhere in the vicinities. See if we can't get lucky with some iron or a shovel, an actual shovel. Really want to get to that. There's that, and there we go. See, this is what I want to talk about when I top half slab, so that it doesn't feel like I'm gonna whack my head as I go through the gap. You're a big boy spider, though. You're not a cute spider. Big boy spiders are much easier to deal with. Okay, some more coal. Ooh, I lost my helmet. I knew something had broken earlier. Didn't quite know what it was. Oh, I really don't want to create a crafting table. Might have to though. In fact, let's do that. Let's create ourselves a crafting table. I'm gonna move this torch from there to there, and then I will put a torch. We'll do it here. we're ahead a little bit, so let's take a minute to get caught up on our path clearing. That was awkward placement. Okay. Let's come here and grab this coal. I have a basic create workshop coming up, so I don't need the coal necessarily to cook anything exactly as furnace fuel or anything of the sort. It is principally now used for torches, which reminds me, let's go ahead and get ourselves a finish clearing out this little episode, and then I think we'll head back upstairs, do an inventory clean out, and see where we're at. But that is something that will have to happen in the next episode. As always, I do thank you all for watching, and do wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good time zone to you all, until we meet again on our next, or rather, my next misadventure.